gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Dad took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. That's where they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Just a fool, cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. Why, son of a gun? Get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
27-yard line.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Hardman on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Got it.
Looking
Ready?
to put a drive together.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Here we go. Start. 19 Charger. 19 shot. Go.
Throwing is Lewis. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
What is it?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jameer Gibbs. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jameer Gibbs with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
To kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Warrior 70.
Now Lewis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Texans 7.
The city just made a sweep. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the end of the
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Cougar 19.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19, 18 Pioneer. Go.
Off play action. Lewis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
First and goal, Houston.
Ooh, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Texans' 12-yard line.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14.
Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Lewis drops this off to Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake. Lewis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go. Strike. Viking, 18.
Off play action. Lewis. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
yards. And it's third down.
Back to throw. Lewis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And now they'll shift things around. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Panthers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. 61 yards. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lewis. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll swing this one out to Richard. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Richard. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Sixty Bison.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Let's go now.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Lewis. He finds his man complete. That's Fox. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Houston.
He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. They'll try again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Texans 28. Will Reichers to kick off.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the line game. Back to the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Cameron Digger on for the field goal. A 45-yard.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Richard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Lewis. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
38, Texans 35.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 57 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Looking that side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 9. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
7-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Here we go on 4th down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a toss play to Gibbs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and it was...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Looking to throw. Lewis. And incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
60 average. 60 average.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
19-18. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
19 tight. 19 tight.
First down 10 at the 33.
Off the play fake. Lewis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Press 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinals. Dragon 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And it is caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
44-yard line.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 60.
So the false start will back them up 5. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Ready. 19, 18, Pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Lewis, off play action. They got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans...
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hold it ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Lewis. That's complete to Richard, the running back. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Come on. Hey.
Looking to throw. Lewis.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
60 Eagles. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Peters down to the 42, 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Peters. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 4.
What is up?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 30-yard line.
To throw, Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
What is up?
Gibbs straight ahead. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Looked like an issue with his snap, and he pulled it wide left. It's no good.
And the lead will hold at 10.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
Here's 1st and 10.
Warrior 17. Bronco 80.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Get it.
Lewis off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Time not on their side. They've got one timeout. The 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Off play action. Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Off the play fake. Lewis.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Back to throw. Lewis. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
Panthers 60, Panthers Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Lewis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the left side. It's Peters. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Play action. Now Williams.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Here's Hardman to return.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther save.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Lewis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
On the ball now.
Here we go. First and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. Oh, no, and this is a disaster. They try to fake spike, and he gets sacked.
It's second down and
Don't be lying.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 race. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is